My name is James Main. I'm a ninth grader here at Viera High School, and today I'll be playing First Flight by Marty Hurley.
Right. I hope that last note wasn't too painful for all of you. Very nice job. First of all, congratulations. You got all the stick flips and you didn't even drop one. So that's the part that everyone would be nervous about. So good job with that.
Thank you very much.
Have you ever performed for me when you were in middle school?
Twice.
Twice.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, you looked familiar. So welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Sorry you have to put up with me again.
No, it's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So you did a very nice job. Now I'm gonna make some guesses here. You're in ninth grade now, so I'm assuming that you, in marching band, probably were in the front ensemble because that's normal for ninth graders.
Yes.
And this is where you're getting ready because you hope to play tenors.
Yes.
Okay. So great. No, this is a great step in that direction. You had good control overall. It was pretty accurate overall. The main thing for a solo like this is that tempo is one of the considerations to make it challenging. So like playing a pattern that's like digga 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 digga, that would be fine. But if it's supposed to be at like digga 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 digga, that's part of what makes it, grade 4, as opposed to a little bit younger. So the rhythms aren't necessarily hard to understand, but to play them at the right speed is the challenge.
Yes.
And to do it at the right speed where the inner beats stay low and under control and like you got this. So you're on your way to that. I see all of the right things in place, the way that you approach playing, the volume, the control, it's all there. It just needs to cook a little bit more so that you can build that speed up, okay? And I encourage you to continue performing this and getting this, you know, as perfect as you can. The other thing about this, have you ever seen, you know, like tenor solos on YouTube? You know, like all the time. Great. So when people perform snare, tenors, whatever, at the drum corps level, at the highest level, they always have a level of not arrogance, but like supreme confidence in what they play. And there'll be drop sticks and there'll be, you know, little missed visuals and whatever. And they'll just keep going like if they're the coolest thing on the planet, right? So without it being kind of like, you know, off-putting, you've got to have this kind of like swagger, you know? And so in addition to working out the technical part, you gotta not, and it's easy for me to say because I'm not the one in your shoes, you gotta not look like you're doing the twirls and the stuff with a little bit of fear that you're, you know what I mean? Like you just gotta go for it and just be like, yeah, this is no big deal, I got this. Flip, whatever, have a drink of water while you're playing, you know, whatever and trust me, they ask, people do everything now in different solos. So, again, I don't want you to take it the wrong way. I don't want you to think of it as I've got to be arrogant or I've got to be like overconfident. Drummers are obnoxious enough. Don't add to that, okay? We have a bad reputation. But there's got to be this kind of confidence when you perform, because that's part of the theater of this. This isn't just about playing music. This is a performance kind of that draws people in. It's a very visual thing. It's cool, it's exciting. So you've got to kind of capture on that, which is all the things you should be thinking about once you've passed the stage that you're at where you've learned the piece, right? Notes, rhythms, dynamics, all that foundational stuff is done. So now, how do I make this cool? Maybe you would perform it in a different setting, obviously, but maybe you put in some cool lighting, so that when you do all this stuff, it's got, you know, there's this cool theatrical kind of appeal.
Smoke machine.
Hey, if you've got one, why not? But the point is that you think of it in that, you know, entertainment type perspective, not just I'm playing the right things or the wrong, you know, I'm trying to execute it correctly. You know, that's not what it's about. When you're dealing with these type of solos, it's about building this excitement. So people afterwards are like, oh my God, that was amazing. And in your head, you're like, oh, I didn't really play anything that hard. It doesn't have to be, but it has to draw people. And that's what you want to do when you play a solo like this, is you want, I mean, let's face it, if it's a marching snare or whatever, what are you doing? It's the same sound. It's not a marimba, it's not a violin. You've got very limited options. So you've got to make up for that in the charisma, in the way that you approach it, so that people go, wow, I've never seen anybody do something like that before, okay? But really, and the fact that we're able to talk about that is good, because that means that I don't have to go, well, in measure 46, you did, you know, you've got it down, you played it very well. So you build the tempo up so it's got that excitement. And then, you know, look like you own it, all right? And 3 years in a row, wow. I guess I'll see you next year. I hope so. All right, your torture's done.
Thank you very much.